Instagram last night, and I was looking at my Instagram, and I was like, look, I'm gonna upload a photo maybe. And then I looked, and I seen, like, because it tells you when somebody likes your Instagram photo, who like is that you're like the most popular person that likes your Instagram photos. That usually is the one that says it's there, and then it says and 69 others liked it too. So I look at it and I see the big guy Ryback 22, and I'm like, that's. Because I've looked at his Instagram before, I was like, that's Ryback's Instagram, isn't it? I'm like, what's different?
Verified and all that shit?
So then I clicked on it, and it's him. And I see 1 million followers and Ryback, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like the photo of me getting out of bed, like looking at the camera, saying I'm hungover, and like eye plague said dreamy eyes, and then there's Ryback liking it, and I'm like, was he like stalking me? And accidentally click the like button? Because even if you tap the photo, it like likes it.
Just waiting for you to go into your spirit bikes, bro.
Well, then I go back to another photo and looked at my previous photo. He liked that one. He liked.
The hell?
He liked.
Did he? Do you think he's running it, or do you think somebody else is running? I don't know.
I have no idea, but I'm like, what the
the
fuck is going on? I'm like, I mean, this Ryback with 1 million Instagram followers like 2 of my Instagram photos. Like, nobody goes on my Instagram. My Instagram is like, I have 2,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
How the fuck did Ryback find my fucking Instagram account? And why is he liking photos on it? I mean, like, people are like, well, Joe, look at that photo of your eyes. Ryback wants to fuck you. Finish
I mean,
it.
imagine if you just like link him, like, hey, thanks for liking. Check out this, and it's the video of the interview with the fake Ryback.
Dude, this is just beyond bizarre though. Like I'm like I don't know what to make of that. I don't know if he's fucking with me or like what's going on.
That's so weird.
It is really bizarre. Anyway, so that's I did tweet out a picture of one of his shirts because I'm still trying to like make amends with him or whatever. Like legit. Like I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, even though he wants me to die, like I wrote like, please don't kill me. You know, I have 3 children. And I wrote all this stuff. But no, in all honesty, like I do, like I think like they kind of make up some stuff about me on their podcast. They've done that. They refuse to say my name or whatever. That's fine too. I get why they wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it either if I was them. But in all honesty, like if like things could just cool down and whatever, and he would either come on here or I'd go over there. I'd even go on his show. And he could say, like, don't even say my name. You know what I mean? Like, they're recording the show. So it's like, I'll come on there as, like, Mystery Man or something. And we don't even have to say my name. Like, I'll come on his podcast and let them, beat me up a little bit or whatever they want to do.
You're willing to do business to, patch things up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's, even if they get over, whatever, if on the podcast, if they crap on me and they hang up on me or something, whatever. They don't have to say my name, obviously, and anybody who knows me already knows me anyway, so that's not a big deal. So it's not like I'm going to get new fans from going on his podcast. So, maybe, I don't know. Because the way I see it is like, if you're selling all the stuff that he's selling, like the muscle stuff, the T-shirts, the merch, all those things, channels like mine or JD's or other people, it's like when we say like, hey guys, check out this thing, it's like hundreds of people go and actually, do things. Like they try things. I mean, like I said, hey, look at my new T-shirts, and we sold 60 T-shirts in the last couple of weeks. So, I mean, hey, try this place, try that place. People go try it and they listen.
Yeah.
So I don't get why you wouldn't, if you were, Ryback, you wouldn't go on everybody's podcast. You could, because every time you're on someone's, you grab another part of the audience. So I don't know whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I was just literally, so I posted a photo of his T-shirt and I was like, hey, go buy his T-shirt. Then take a photo of it, of you wearing it, and say that I sent you. You know what I mean? Like trying to like make a fucking peace offering again. But yeah,
Joe Cronin,
a pit of spikes, I will kill you. The Big Show blocked me on Twitter, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah, what? That's weird.
It is weird. So I'm like, people are like, oh, he's friends with Ryback. I'm like, okay, well maybe that's what it is, because I tried to tweet Big Show last night to say like, wow, what a great, like, Big Show, thank you, what a great match, dude. Like that was the second time you guys killed it in the main event. Thank you so much. I was trying to like be really respectful and send him a Twitter message. Not a comedy, not a joke, nothing. I was like serious message, and randomly I was blocked, and I was like, man, a lot of times I get blocked on Twitter because Not because I did anything, but because like people tweet the wrestler and then tweet me and then tweet something like derogatory to them or something. So eventually,
you tagged it or
yeah. So the wrestler just doesn't know. They block everybody they can. So like I keep watching
JBLs to see if I'm blocked yet. Even though I've only I haven't done anything directly, but I'm like, huh. Still good. This is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm still good, but he did remember he responded to my Twitter early, and I was very
right. Yeah.
I was very neutral. I wasn't like doing any. I didn't go like Joe Cronin heel mode on anybody. I was like trying to be like the political like what do you call it? I was just trying to be like nice to get the right answers. So.
Right.
Real quickly, before we continue, I want to let everybody know about e-stories. They are audiobooks, much like many of these other audiobook websites out there. Yeah, but maybe you guys burnt your bridges already with those free sites, so now you need a new free site. So in the link in the description box down below is e-stories. There's a link for that. It will say free audiobook. You guys have a free audiobook. All my listeners will get a free audiobook. Something we did years ago on the show. It's something you've heard recently on some other shows, but this is a different website. It's estories.com, and the link is in the description box down below to get your free audiobook. You can download the Shawn Michaels book, the new AJ Lee book. There's a bunch of awesome books that are out there. There's a couple other WWE ones and wrestlers books that are out there. I believe the new Justin Roberts book is coming as well, so look for that. I have it, but I hate reading, so I like audiobooks. So you guys probably do too, since you listen to podcasts and you listen to this show. It's free, so you might as well click the link, go check it out, get your free book, and then I get credit, you get a free book. It's pretty fucking symbiotic, if that word even applies here. The link is in the description box down below. It's eStories. Check it out. That's a free audiobook for you guys. Also want to say there's a link down below for WWE Shop. So there's the coupon codes are there, and the link will take you to all the deals. That's for you guys, the listeners. So I want to thank WWE Shop and WWE for sponsoring the show, essentially, and eStories as well. And WWE is working on a code for me. WWE Shop is working on a code for me, but they haven't figured out the logistics of it yet because prices change and combining coupon codes. I just told them, well, if you're worried about combining coupon codes, give me a 5% coupon, and then they can make it combinable. So if there's a 20% sale, add 5%. So I'm working on that, but right now you can go ahead and check out the WrestleMania stuff that's going to be sold out soon on the WWE Shop, and the link is in the description box down below. Also, if anybody wants to get into some cool T-shirt apparel with some crazy 80s shirts and 90s shirts, check out tvstoreonline.com. The link for that is in the description box down below. Now, let's get into some wrestling because there's a good amount of it, I think. First of all, I don't want to go over the entire thing that happened last night because Dave, first of all, didn't watch it, and God knows I don't want to talk about Raw anymore than I have to. But I do want to talk about the main event real quick. What did you think of that, Connor?
So I got a mixed bag. I thought for what we got from it, I enjoyed it. There were just moments that just went a little too long for me. That was my only real complaint about it. Like there were moments where like Show was flat out on his back for like felt like forever, and there was just like there were just segments that just to me that dragged out. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, you got the kind of the cliche ending that we've seen before, but the one, and I said this on my review. The one thing I liked about it more than I did the last two times they did that with the ring was that Strowman stood up. That was that was the big thing that I enjoyed because that made it different. That made it seem like, this guy can't be killed. There's no way. And presumably, if this is shit,
should have pinned him.
Rumors are going around. What's that?
He should have pinned him. That would have been awesome.
Imagine just like, 1, 2, 3. Like the ref's dead at that point anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think that ref took the memes. You've seen them. I think you and I have been tagged in them at the same time. Like, rest in peace, the referee. Like, God.
People misunderstood what I said on Twitter. I said that referee could end up being in trouble, and I wasn't trying to rain on the parade. I love the referee. That bump was fucking awesome. My thing was that I've seen like Vince, or I've heard of Vince and other people getting mad in the past. Like when a referee did something too much and stole the whole, like took over the whole, you know what I mean, the pot for the whole
spotlight
thing.
Was on them.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like it was supposed to be a Braun, instead everyone's talking about you diving out of the ring. You know?
No, the main event I thought was very well. I thought it was very well handled. Again, just for me personally, we were kind of there were parts that just went on a little too long. There was some stuff in there that I was like, flabbergasted that either one of them could do from an athletic standpoint. Like, I think when at the beginning, Strowman like did a duck underneath a clothesline, and he just like ran full force and drop kick show. And I was just impressed by that, like just how fast he was.
Oh
running.
yeah, he did like a missile drop kick or something like halfway down.
Ridiculous,
dude. That was like something on a Street Fighter. Like we see one of those giant guys.
It was crazy. But I mean, aside from just those like pocket moments where I thought like they were just kind of dragging their heels a little bit. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well booked. It was very well handled. When on a show that had neither Brock Lesnar, the Universal Championship, or Roman Reigns, I thought that was pretty solid booking. The way they made Strowman just look like a god.
Too bad he went on Instagram and wrote, "I'll remember this night for the rest of my life. Thank you, Big Show."
Yeah, jeez.
Die kayfabe, die.
Die kayfabe, die.
It
was surreal. It was, and I think I was trying to remember when they were like panning around the ring. Yeah. I think like the flooring came up.
They gave it away though too. Like I don't know if I seen the floor come up, but I just say like they kept going to that wide shot. It was like like Leah. Actually, Leah is the one that said it. She was watching. She goes, "Oh, they're definitely breaking the ring because they keep going to that like weird wide shot that you don't usually see." And I was like, "You're right. That is weird." And but I mean, we already thought it anyway because of the posts. So I mean, like the posts kind of gave it away. That gave it away. Then they went to the corner twice. They what did they tease it twice? They literally teased the spot twice to everyone. That way, when they got there the third time, people were going to be roaring, and they were.
Well, I think that final spot though was the great way to do it because I think what happened was Show hit the knockout. He kicked out at 2. Show like slowly staggered.
Then he decided to climb the top.
Yeah, he just bolted right to Show and like almost like in one quick swoop. So that was the way to do it.
He was really shaking his legs and so I mean you can tell how nervous he was actually. But I give
There's a couple of moments where you hear like listen to him like hold on wait like they were like trying to like brace themselves like there was a couple of moments you could hear it pretty well.
And it's I give them credit though for not like having like a Roman Reigns Undertaker moment where Roman can't and Undertaker couldn't convert the reverse tombstone. I give them credit for not having a botch like that because with two big guys like that, it's easy that somebody falls or doesn't make it or stumbles. So that's why I really give credit to a guy who's young and still kind of Braun is really doing well, but he still has that little bit of rust that's there. And for Big Show, a guy that's kind of maybe starting to break down a little bit, even though he's in great shape. For the two of those guys not to have some kind of miscue or something really major. I mean, there was a few little things, but I mean, to not have some giant botch, like that's very, very, I can't think of the word, but it's very admirable, I guess, or very impressive.
Yeah, no, props to them for what they were able to pull off. Like like you said, there was a couple small ones. I think the one I remember was it an arm drag? I think it was. They were trying to do like a quick arm drag.
It looks like he might have hurt him.
That was the only one that I saw.
He looked like he was hurt a little bit, like legit. Like he almost pulled the Big Show's arm out of his socket. It looks like he tried to drag Show and then lean into him rather than like lean into him and roll him off to toss him. He actually pulled his arm, and I think that's where there was an issue. But anyway, Dave, I don't know. You didn't see any of it, right?
I didn't watch any. I started watching a few minutes of it. I just wasn't feeling it, and decided to turn it off. This is usually I force myself to actually watch Raw, despite my displeasure for it, but I just couldn't do it this week.
Last night might have been the top 3 best Raw in the last 6 months, maybe.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid show.
Not saying much though.
Well,
it's not. Well, it's not. But
yeah, no, it's not. It wasn't by no means was it a great or even I'd say. A solid. I wouldn't say good, but solid is more.
Joe
accurate.
gave it a 5 out of 10. To me, that doesn't seem to think. Like if you're saying that's one of the top three best of the last year.
Yeah,
again, it's not saying much.
Yeah, right, but it's true though. Like I mean, it was I would say watchable, like almost not, but watchable. Yeah. I would say watchable. Yeah. Where other shows have been bad or atrocious.
I'll take what I can get at this point. Christ.
Yeah, I will take watchable at least. Last night, it seemed like I even tweeted out at one point, I'm like, did they hire one of the SmackDown writers over here because they're doing things a little better? But
Road Dogg's invading. What's going on?
well, he was there. But the third hour did crash land. The third hour was holy shit, was bad. But except for that main event. So, but
Hardy Cesaro wasn't too bad.
yeah, that actually, well, that and Jericho and Samoa Joe were okay little matches, but there was nothing that was like a really great match. So to me, it was just like, all right. Obviously, another big news story: Roman Reigns' brother, Rosey. We remember Rosey. Matanoy, who died today, and which sucks because I heard that guy. That guy is such a sweet guy, like a real nice guy, and he was in good spirits the last time I heard him in a podcast about like his health. Maybe, you know, he can't do anything anymore because of his health, but he's hopefully going to get a little bit better. And then to hear that he died today was like, oh, that's terrible. And that had to do with heart failure.
It's interesting because it's interesting. I've been on a binge lately. I've been watching a lot of Raws from 2002.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, I just got to the part where 3 Minute Warning debuted a couple weeks before.
Right, and we just talked about it too.
Holy crap, they were a good team.
Did you have Rico? Did you hear Rico on the show with Kenny Bolin the other day?
I didn't hear the whole thing, but I heard bits and pieces. Yeah, it's funny. I literally was just watching the episode where Rico and they did the they broke up the Billy and Chuck wedding, which is still one of my favorite wrestling moments and memories that I can remember.
Rico talked a lot about that when he was on the Bowling Alley podcast on my show, on the Joe Cronin Show, and we had Rico on here, and I believe it is the first interview in a while with Rico, and so I was very proud to be a part of that. And his interview with Jericho is coming up, that long-ass podcast he did with Jericho, which apparently is phenomenal. And he told a great a story on a plane, and then he told some good stuff about you got 3 minutes. Like, what is Barrick Bischoff with that? And it's so weird. It's like it's all culminating together. It's weird. Like, we have Rico on the other day, and he tells all these great stories. Unfortunately, Rosey passes away today. Yesterday, I was talking to Eric Bischoff. It's like, what is going on? Literally, everybody in that ring for that segment I've been in contact with, like, this week, except for I haven't spoke with Rosey in a long time, but I happened to listen to a podcast with him a week ago when he was in good spirits, and it was an older podcast, but it was just like, so then to hear he passed
funny how
away,
everything's all connected. Yeah,
it's weird, but I really sorry to Roman Reigns and to the family. It's got to be awful. The guy was way too young, and it's terrible. Heart failure, or whatever it was. I don't know what it was exactly, but that I feel he's a little bit more of the tragedy side of wrestling, because that guy didn't. I feel like Rosey didn't, obviously he should have been able to wrestle longer than he did, shouldn't have had injuries. I don't know what other health problems he had, but it's too bad. And he just really just more than anything because it seems like he was like a really nice guy. But anyway,
it was funny to see a lot of tweets saying he was a shit superhero in training. I thought that was kind of clever. Yeah,
somebody was like, people were like, oh, he was a really good superhero. Oh, hey Roman, Roman, he was a great superhero. People like tweeting Roman, but that's a little weird. I wouldn't tweet him anything like that at this point. I would just want to tweet him, sorry, But yeah, Rosey was cool, but they didn't really do a whole lot. They just did the 3 minute warning thing, and I don't think they really got to do much else.
He won the tag titles with Helms.
You know what? At that time, that was the time when I had really tuned out of Raw for a while. So I didn't even know.
I don't blame you.
Honestly, I didn't know that happened. So
yeah,
I had no idea. I mean, I kind of knew he was doing the lovable big guy, and Shane Helms was the incredulous little whatever the hell yippee dog, I guess. I mean, I barely saw that. I just sort of had a flash that you just mentioned it. But yeah, no idea. Forgot all about it. Because that was, I would say 2002 to 2005 was when, I was kind of having trouble watching the wrestling. I had seen it all at that point, it seems like. That was the problem with the Attitude Era. Once it came out of the Attitude Era, went into the whole John Cena time, I kind of was like, well, I've already seen this. It seems like we're resetting back to Hulk Hogan days. I'm like, I'm out of here. But that wasn't the case, and it was actually really pretty cool during that time, too, but whatever. Completely off track. Let's get back to... I want to say thank you to Jake M., who just became a patron today. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want to support monthly on the show, there's a lot of little perks or awards and things like that you can do. You can even advertise on the show now. You heard some of our advertisers at the beginning. And you guys can advertise on the show on Patreon now. So you can become a patron, $1 a month, $5 a month, $2 a month, whatever it is. But if you're someone out there who wants your product, website, YouTube, Twitter, whatever the hell, plugged for a month, then for $50 a month, which is really good because it suggested that the charge should be about $150 per ad mentioned. So you get a whole 30 days or month of mentioning for $50 a month on Patreon. So feel free to sign up for that, and we'll plug whatever you got. And you can cancel anytime, and hope you check it out. And also want to give a little shout out to Stacy, man. I heard his my buddy Stacy, who calls all the time. I heard his DJ Forever Play Inc. is his YouTube channel, and I gotta tell you, it's funny. Stacy's listened to the show a long time, and I've always enjoyed when he calls and stuff. I know Dave has had some kind of issue with him, but I like.
No, he's the one who had an issue with me.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah. Well, he might be having issues with everything. But I listened to his YouTube where he's just talking about life and stuff, and I'll tell you what, I was sucked into listening to him. I listened to like 5 of his episodes where he just talked about shit. I mean, he does talk a lot about women, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, I guess his last post was really cryptic and stuff, and he's really having a tough time with his, he's blind, he's got a lot of things and dialysis and all this shit. So I just hope Stacy's all right. Just want to give him a shout out, and I listened. I reversed the roles. Instead of him listening to me like he always does, I was listening to him the other day, and I actually went to sleep on the couch listening to him. So, hope you're all right, Stacey. Moving on to the wrestling news. I guess what I had pulled up here, one of the things was the Hardy Boys. Looks like there's a lot of stuff floating around that, Matt Hardy is. The Hardys, they are planning on doing the broken gimmick, which is, something we talked about months ago here, like. Bring them in as maybe the Hardys and then re-break them. And the point of me saying that was because a lot of the fans don't understand the broken gimmick. A lot of the WWE fans, like half of the WWE fans, don't even know what this is. So if they just come in broken, people don't know what the hell's going on. You have people watching.
Is it me, or have we noticed a very limited amount of time that Matt Hardy has been able to speak using promos and such to the audience? So therefore limiting his exposure as to what he currently is.
Yeah, he hasn't talked much at all. But I think that's obviously calculated. Like, come in and just play this role.
It's funny though that they're the tag team champs, but they haven't really spoken at all.
Yeah, I guess they just think like, well, this is the Hardys, so I don't like it.
It's smart booking.
Well, it's smart booking, but
they haven't established it yet, and they can go back to it if they need to. So it's just kind of playing it safe.
Playing it safe is exactly right. That's exactly what they're doing. But I'm bored with it. Unfortunately, it's even though everyone's like, oh, Joe, they're gonna do it. It's like I know they're gonna probably try to do it, or maybe they're gonna do it, but it bothers me that they came in with that gimmick. And all of a sudden they didn't have, if they were going to go back to being somewhat normal again and not mentioning it or whatever, why not do something where like, they come out at WrestleMania, it appears they're broken. Why not the next night on Raw, they get attacked by like whoever it is, and then hit in the head or something, and then it's like, oh, Matt Hardy's like back to like Matt Hardy. And he's like, oh, I've had a change. And I know he did tweet out, like, oh, I've had problems. The coming back here made my old side come out or something. But what he should have done is they should have done something where, like, he wasn't broken anymore, where he got hit in the head. And, like, all of a sudden Matt Hardy was like, I've been told that I was having problems being broken or something. Like, he's like, but I feel fine. I feel good to be back in the WWE. And then, like, a month or two later, he could be rebroken, then they could do it. But the way that it is now is just really confusing. And as a person who's like really sold and bought in on this gimmick of broken and loving his like things, and some people out there are like, I don't care as long as the Hardys are back. I'm like, yeah, but they're older now. They're not doing promos. They're coming out in their wrestling matches, and they're still really good. But I'm sorry, I'm fucking greedy. That broken gimmick is like heroin. Like, it is like unbelievably good. Like, what he could do is be the best thing on the entire roster. And to see them come out and just be like, yeah, we're good, we're glad to be back. Oh, you're just like, no. It's very depressing. I don't care. I know it might be coming soon, and be patient, and SummerSlam is coming and all this stuff, but I'm still sitting here like depressed because like I don't want to see this. I want to see fucking yes. I want to see Hardy just go all out with his character. I don't want to see this.
Sorry. I'm kind of in the same boat. Like the character blew up so much on Impact, and like a lot of people saying that it is what kept Impact going, and I don't see any argument against that. And when you have something that's so like just fresh and different and new in multiple facets, I mean not just like the broken Matt Hardy gimmick, but everything that kind of spurned off of that being so I guess iconic, for lack of a better word. You want to see that on a a bigger stage. It's kind of one of those things like, wow, this is really successful on this platform, meaning of course Impact Wrestling, and it being a smaller, obviously a much smaller platform compared to WWE, and you're thinking, wow, imagine if it came here and really took off, because then you could have like all sorts of crazy possibilities. So it is bittersweet that you want to see like something that you really love and be like, wow, if it could work here, imagine if it could work on a bigger stage. Because we've been seeing WWE kind of do that a little lately, as far as maybe not necessarily Impact Wrestling, but like indie talent, the flux of indie talent that's been coming in that we thought we would never see in WWE, like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, a bunch, last couple of years, Daniel Bryan. So we're now seeing like this flux of things coming into WWE saying like, holy crap, we never thought we'd see XYZ. And so then when you see something else outside of WWE blow up to such a huge, I don't think there's going to be anything else in recent memory that I can think of that has been widely popular in the wrestling world that was outside of WWE. And to have it come, have the person, or more or less the gimmick here, and not be exactly what you said, Joe, like you're right. It is like, it's a little heartbreaking, and it sucks.
Yeah, because you want to go right into it. It's like, I don't know. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go right into that. But I mean, I know that they couldn't just come in broken because other people don't get it. So you have to sort of establish like the Hardy Boys are back, yay, excitement. And then we'll get the second pop when they become the broken thing. By the way, last night's Raw was the 4th highest rated, I believe, of this year. Or I'm sorry, the 5th highest rated. After I look at the numbers again.
Still,
yeah. There's only been 4 months.
Yeah, we're a quarter through the year. And it's the 4th highest rated one. It beat out 3 months more of shows. So that's good for Raw. The last one was January 9th. January 9th, they almost did 4 million.
What Raw was that? I'm trying to remember what Raw that was.
I don't know. Maybe Goldberg was there.
I think it was. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it was Goldberg showing up to promote the Rumble or something.
3.9 million. So.
Holy shnikes!
Yeah, Goldberg took his shirt off or whatever, or his kids came on stage. I don't know. Goldberg cut a great post Raw promo that I don't know if anybody's seen it. I mentioned this already before. This is old news, but man, it was a great little speech he gave. It really was good. I loved how he was like, I'm shooting from the heart, so I'd appreciate your respect, and the crowd's like, effing right, yeah, and then they kind of like went into it. Like there were some hecklers there, and that's tough to do it in the Raw After Mania crowd, because if it was anything like it was last year's, that crowd was rough. And so to have him cut the promo there of all places, of all Raws, it takes balls to do that. And he had him too. It was weird. Like they loved it. It was bizarre. It was he didn't have to worry about being cheered, jeered or chanted anything bullshit. So it was pretty good. He got him. It was one of the best promos. It wasn't a promo. He said he was just talking. But it was one of the best speeches or mic work I've ever seen Goldberg do, ever. And it wasn't. I did love how he
was like, see, the kid's taking better bumps than me. I'm like, okay, he has a sense of humor, yeah.
That was funny. Like, his kid fell over the guardrail. Like, or whatever. It was funny. Well, that's really it. I mean, while we have time for it, to be honest, I think we covered what we wanted to, perhaps. I mean, we got SmackDown tonight. I'll be live after SmackDown, guys.
Hey Joe, can I throw something at you real fast? I don't want to take up too much time.
No, that's okay. Do it, because that was it.
Bennett and Kanellis. I don't know if you heard this. They're going to SmackDown supposedly.
Oh, shit!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you probably heard this too. The rumor was going around that they were going back to WWE.
That explains
after
why
their Impact Wrestling contract expired. Nothing.
That's why Mike and that's why Mike and Maria weren't answering me, because normally I can tweet him or I can Facebook Mike or whatever, and like they'll answer me, but they haven't answered me, so maybe that's what's up.
So they're saying that, I think PW Torch was the one who said it first. They said that they're either already signed or they're going to be very soon, and they said when they do, they'll most likely go to SmackDown.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that makes me want to watch SmackDown.
Come on the Joe Cronin Show,
much
man.
more.
If you come on the Joe Cronin Show, WWE signs you.
Well,
apparently
it's also
so.
kind of funny again with all these announcements. Oh, look who's coming to SmackDown, but they weren't on that show that was like the whole shakeups, superstar shakeup thing. So I don't know. I think it was a very bad way for SmackDown.
Did Mike Bennett get hurt?
I don't think so.
Mike just added 4 photos. Unless he was doing something that I don't know about. An hour ago from West Warwick, Rhode Island, XWA Event Center. Heal this, Mike Bennett. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. There's a kid or something who's sick. That's what it is. Oh, okay. I thought he was hurt.
Well, still, either way.
Well, I mean, it's terrible either way, but no, yeah. So somebody, okay, I get what's going on.
Now, I doubt he'll be on SmackDown tonight. I highly doubt that.
No, yeah.
Because obviously,
he's
as you just said, he just posted something from Rhode Island. But I think they said he's undergoing the medical testing and the health screening and all that stuff. So, but he's on his way. They both are, which makes me hope that I wonder if Maria's going to wrestle again. I
don't think so. I mean, maybe step in there like for a second, like almost like Maurice does or did at WrestleMania.
Right.
Imagine them against Miz and Maurice. Like they would add some crazy promos or whatever.
Or do the Cena Nikki Bella thing again.
Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Another couple challenging Cena and Nikki Bella. But no, they've been so good. I mean, obviously their height was in ROH. Everything in TNA is mishandled with everybody. It seems like. Like just really everybody that fucking comes there, like it gets ruined in TNA.
So I mean, the last 3 months we've had the Hardys go from TNA to WWE, Drew McIntyre go from TNA to WWE, and now presumably Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis from TNA to WWE. Interesting.
Right. And people looking for you. I'm actually tweeting Mike Bennett right now, just again on Twitter, because he didn't answer my Facebook page, but maybe I'll answer my tweet. They were great at it was what was fun was seeing guys like that at WrestleCon. You know what I mean? I didn't get to talk to a lot of people too much, but it's cool to like look around at WrestleCon. I think, funny enough, Ryback might have mentioned this on his podcast, but it was just, I don't know who it was that mentioned it, but I remember I heard it somewhere. But it was true. I looked around and I was like, man, this is cool. Like, to be able to see Matt Hardy and have Matt Hardy just be like, hey, Joe Cronin. And like, oh, hey, Matt. And then be like, hey, Mike. And Mike Bennett's there. And like, just to see everybody that you know or have watched, in years or watched wrestle everywhere else and all to be in that same place was really cool. Even the people that, you didn't want to, you walked around like Jeff Jarrett. I didn't really want to. I had been really hard on TNA that week. And it was very clear. And I seen Jeff Jarrett, and I was like, well, I'd be a dickhead if I walked up to him and be like, hey, Jeff, how's it going?
WrestleCon was, I don't know how it was for you, besides that, but I mean, I loved WrestleCon more than I liked Access. You and JD went to Access too, right?
Yeah, Access sucked. I mean, it didn't suck, but it was like, honestly, like Access, the only good thing about Access was running into the people who listen to our shows. We kept getting stopped, and it was like that was the best part. And maybe the NXT matches breaking out, that was interesting.
Well, unless you have like the VIP access thing, which gets you like front row for like the big names, you're not going to get really too many autographs. When I went last year, the only person's autograph I wanted was Paul Heyman's, because I fucking worship Paul Heyman. And his line, he wasn't like anything special, but his line was like 3 hours long, and there was like, yeah, we have no guarantee that you get there, and we got halfway and he left. So it was like, shit. So yeah, access to me was not worth it, but WrestleCon was just, I loved it like 3 times more over because there's so many other talents there.
Well, we got to do the podcast in that booth. I mean, there were so many different things. I think I've covered this before, maybe everything, but just running into so many people that we've seen and never met before or had on the show, and people that I see all the time, to see them there, and to do a podcast in a booth with JD, and to have people come by like, Cole Cabana was funny with us, Al Snow playing around with us and stuff like that. Just to have all those guys. You know, if we had actually worked it a little bit better, we probably would have gone around and had some wrestlers pop into the booth, like booked everybody to come in, like, you know, for 5-minute stints or 10-minute stints and be like, hey, what's up? We're with Al Snow, and now we're with this guy. You know, that's the only, we should have done something like that. You know, maybe even Matt Hardy, or maybe not Matt because he was just under guard, but, you know, other guys like that. Even the Ryback thing was was kind of weird, but to see him there, and I kept walking past him because we were busy doing stuff, and I was like, you know, I feel like a dickhead, you know, if I don't really go apologize to him, you know, and I didn't have to say hi. He probably wouldn't have recognized me, but again, I just thought I should. And Bad News Barrett or Stu Bennett, I mean, his reactions were hilarious. He was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" To meet the guys from Title Match Wrestling, shout out to those guys. They're great guys. They had Sabu over there. You know, I think they had Sabu, and you know, that was cool to see them and many of the other people. Actually, no, yeah, they had Sabu, and Sabu was really nice to me. And I'd seen him before at other places. So there's just so many different things that were awesome and cool about the place. And even the local guys here from Top Rope were there. Teddy Goods was there with Brandon Webb, and you know, so that was cool to run into them for a second. They were like working Vicky Guerrero's area. And Vicky was really nice, and just everybody. It was just great. Bill Apter, got to shake Bill Apter's hand, say hi to him. Like, it was just fucking, yeah, dude. WrestleCon was the shit. Well, anyways, guys, anybody else got anything else, or we get out of here? Poor Dave didn't say much at all. Dave, thanks for coming. He waited here for 40 minutes to do a show.
It's all good.
But that's cool.
I think we covered it all.
Me and Dave are going to do some other shit probably. So check out the other YouTube channels, Final Frontier News. We do have a Patreon now for that as well, separately. So if you want to check out Final Frontier News and you like that show and you want to see that show continue, feel free to check out the patreon.com/Final Frontier News and check out the YouTube site, Final Frontier News. All the links to my other YouTube channels are in the description box down below. The products we talked about are down below. Get your free audiobook. It's a freaking free book. It's play the audio in your car, jerk off to the audiobook, do whatever you want. AJ Lee's book is on there. Go listen to 1984, Georgia Orwell, and find out what's really happening right now. And then thanks to Connor from Kayfabe for joining us. Check out and subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OKFaber. So it's OKFabe. Just make sure you do the OKFaber. If you type in OKFabe, it comes up on YouTube anyway. So just go sub it. And every time you click the sub button, like Connor like feels it like in his body, like, and he gets and he's like tingly downstairs in the man parts.
Yep, every single time. Yeah. So all 2,400 times so far has been quite a thrill.
And there's a lot of,
especially at funerals. That's really weird.
Yeah, and we'll lay him to rest on the third day. Oh. What the hell was that?
Subscribe!
Yeah, you do that when it happens. Oh, subscribe. Check out the bonus episodes that I put up on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And make sure to subscribe to me if you haven't. Hit up Devious Dave Rose at Devious Dave Rose on Twitter. At Connor. Well, no, you're at OKFabe on Twitter. And I'm at Joe Cronin JCS. There, I figured it all out. Thanks for listening, guys. See you live tonight after the SmackDown episode ends, and we go live from my channel. We'll take your calls. We'll have a fun time reviewing SmackDown tonight live. Watch the previous videos if you missed out on them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the fucking bell. Don't fucking miss stuff, because YouTube sucks now. And go on my Twitter. That way you know when I upload shit. Thanks for listening. We'll see you later.
The club is calling. Cronin Club.